Now, the power of spiritual multiplication is an amazing thing. It doesn't sound that great. You know, when you first start out, it's just one person. They're walking around, not a whole lot going on, and they're just one guy. In this case, a guy from Benedictine College. And it's just one person, and they're working. It doesn't seem to be very impressive at all. It's just, it's just one guy walking around. But he's doing a couple things. He's developing deep friendships. And in the midst of that friendship, he's teaching people how to teach others how to teach. And so that one person all of a sudden becomes two. Two more people, friends, maybe from different colleges, Nebraska or UNC. Now all of a sudden they got a little band of brothers. They're starting to get things going, but still not that impressive, 3 people. But see, he's taught those 2 people not just how to be faithful, but how to be fruitful. So those 2 people can go out and start to invest in other people. And as they invest in other people, the 1 becomes 2 and the 2 becomes 4. And all of a sudden, now you're starting to see a little bit of momentum. There we go. Get scrambling out. And they start to realize that it's not just them, that you can pass this along. So they all of a sudden begin to develop these habits. And so all of a sudden, those 4 go out and say, well, each of us could get 2 more also. And so they go do that. And they go out and they begin to find more people. And so those 4 become 8 from places like Loris College, North Dakota State University. And those 8 do the same thing. They enter into friendship, and those 8 become 16. And it's absolutely amazing to see what happens as group starts to grow. You actually all of a sudden start to realize there might be something going on here. And as they start to spend time, now all of a sudden you actually have a small group. It's starting to get kind of impressive, but we're not done, because you're just going to sit back and say, well, hey, could all of you get 2 more? They could get 2 more also. And all of a sudden you start to think, this is really quite something. And I thought this would be a pretty good time to stop for a second to thank you all. Because, you see, this is a representation of 1 person reaching 2 and 2 reaching 4. But it's not just that. Something amazing happened about 3 years ago. We were about in our 14th year, and we realized we had an opportunity to close in on what the business authors call a BHAG, a big, hairy, audacious goal. And you set these big, hairy, audacious goals, and you're like, I don't know if we can do it, but we'll try. No one's going to get in trouble if we don't get it, but let's go ahead and go for it. You probably won't hit perfection, but if you aim for perfection, you might hit excellence. And so about 3 years ago, we said, I think we could get to 100 campuses. So we created a plan. We brought it to our staff members, and they brought it to their student leaders, and we brought it to our benefactors. And we sat down and said, let's pray, let's earnestly speak about this. And what's really amazing, I'm standing here, this is not just 100 students representing people of spiritual multiplication. These are 100 students from 100 different campuses.